Good idea. And a very, very good reminder. And I'm also reminded that soon, it's just about a month, we are already in 2023. Now, what are the funding options for SMEs in Zambia in 2023 and beyond? Professor Kasonso.
Yeah, thank you, Rob, for that question. I think that we have a responsibility as a media company to disseminate the information about funding options for small businesses. When we look at the budget for the 2023, the Minister of Finance did put up about 400 million, which is equivalent to like $20 million for small business development. And we know from their agreements with multilateral organizations that that money is a facility under the IMF together with the United States government. And then after the budget, there was another agreement with the UK government, which is with the Zambia National Commercial Bank, and it puts funds in the range of $50 million that is available through that facility, and that money is from the United Kingdom government. So from what we can see is that the 400 million kwacha now comes with almost over twice that amount, which would be in the range of 1 billion kwacha through the Zanaco partnership with the UK government. So to the extent that all these agreements, they are going to have funds materialized for business development in Zambia. Our people who are running small businesses in the country need to be ready to participate in these programs and to be able to appropriate these financial capitalization and funding options. And on top of that, there is another option of the Citizens Empowerment Fund, which also provides funding for progressive ideas for businesses. So our people who are operating businesses need to be awake to these potentials or options that are about to open up in the country so that they can expand their business operations and then go out there and expand their work and increase their profitability and employ more people, hopefully, and things like that. So those are the options that are available. There is a citizenship empowerment, and then there are these joint projects for funding small businesses with foreign governments. Our small business enterprises need to be ready for those opportunities. Robbie, I was a little disappointed that some of the small businesses wanted to go to the Constituency Development Fund and appropriate money there. And they said they wanted to share in the national cake. It doesn't work that way. The structure of the Constituency Development Fund does not allow well-operated small businesses to seek capital from there because the amounts involved are very small, and they have many other avenues, like we have alluded to, that the government is trying to work on and putting in place.
Excellent. Excellent, Professor Kasonso. Thank you so much. This is Bonano TV Live. That's one-on-one with Professor Kasonso. We, I'm sure, having a lot of people that are watching us and, trying to follow this program. I know a few people that informed me that they will be following closely this program. People like Mr. Melvin Simangolwa, also the mayor of the city of Undola, Mr. His Worship, Mr. Jones Kariati, brutalized by the former regime. Give me some money to start business. No. You must be smart at it. I think this is what, Professor, you are exactly trying to inform the nation. I know Mr. Melvin Simangolwa as the citizens of Kabushi, of Undola at heart. And he wants them to progress very well and understand this thing. Okay. Professor Kasonso, in view of the foregoing discussion, what public policy recommendation can you make for a hardworking government of His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema? Yes, Professor Kasonso.
Public policy recommendations this week, we have to take this very simple. The first one, it is in regards to these funding agreements with foreign organizations. I think that if these are targeted cleanly at small-sized businesses in the Republic of Zambia, there must be a requirement that 50% of the ownership and the economic benefit, at the minimum, is going to a Zambian with an NRC in Zambia. From my studies of the SMEs operational in Zambia, the majority of them are actually foreign-owned. They are owned by firms and families from other countries. Sorry, I don't mean to be a tribalist, but nderanda pali vamwenye malebanese avasungu muloko area yesu evachita own tuma companies tuma small holding farms tuma businesses to supply if into kuvena Zambia to later cooking oil and all those kind of things. Yeah, so the money can come from the budget, the money can come from the other organizations. But to the extent that these are the families and these are the organizations that are going to benefit, they may provide a job or two to the people, but the money will be coming in the name of Zambia, but it will be going directly to benefit families from other places. we are recommending that in the funding of SMEs in the Republic of Zambia, there should be a requirement that at least 50% of any company funded from those enterprises, whether for capital or working for long-term capital or working capital or joint projects, joint ventures, those companies should be owned by indigenous Zambians. Baka ondeva swamema. Nababemba nkonko. Ebafwire bachita own ayama companies are funded in the name of Zambia. Don't have big, just because the company is operating in Zambia, the small business is operating in Zambia, or the family has lived in Zambia, but back to Zimbabwe, and then those are the majority who accesses those money. So there must be a requirement. We're recommending that there be a requirement that 50%, at least 50% of the ownership of the companies accessing this government-backed funding programs for SMEs. Those SMEs are owned by Zambians, so that capital is staying at home. That capital is improving the working capacity of Zambians at home. That's what we're asking for. That's the recommendation number one. Number two, the government should encourage joint ventures between different SMEs, because some of the SMEs, they are confined, maybe it's an agricultural SME, their competences are confined to the products they've been growing. But if a farm in Ndola Rural can partner with a farm in Choma, and they create a joint project that is going to be in Chisamba, the government should encourage that, because they are combining their competences from across the country. And once they access that funding, each one of those will be able to have a role in supervising those joint projects. They are literally creating a new company in a new area. That is going to curb unemployment and increase opportunities for people in those local areas. So we can say a lot of things, but Fimbi, I think my recommendation is Yambi, but for the take over to the pillar. But wala funtura wala di omundemo.
Mkwai. Twatotela mkwai. So mwanfu mwebekala chalo mwanfu ikisha. Ba meu binsumangolo abo mwebena mushiri Bonano na muba mwenabo mwebena kabushi mwebena masala mwebena ndola abo mwalive shiva ba bisimangolo abo kabie ni mailo ati umfwashani tumfwenso aswa something like that but etiro kwati kabo moneni bamisire explain okweba ati joint venture iri very important mwebena Zambia if you atantameni filabeniko labeniko tube focused ele twala tampa business when we start our own businesses as Zambians fuebena masala fuebena mushiri fuebena chifubu ele twala tampa business shira muntu umomu tuletiro kweba ati when we start this business we need to to have a 50 introduction into formation of a company, whereby now if we to something. I think Mr. Simangola, did you want to say something over that one?
Well, I think it's an opportunity for us to tap into the wealth of knowledge of Professor Kasonso, and just to listen from him articulating a number of strategies and also policy advice that he's able to give to government, which is highly commended. And I know he's rich with a lot of information, and that's the reason why he would rather bapela kofeka dionko, so that twakwata chile chilaka chakwewa tiawe tureba fire wa professor bese tumfwe fingi or to abashita engage so that he can be able to then release more information on and also provide guidance on how we can be able to, or to government, on how they can be able to support the small and medium enterprises. So it's such an opportunity for us to listen. I agree with him totally 100% with the 2 points that he has already alluded to, the fact that government should look at people with NRC, indigenous Zambians, because when these are empowered with resources, with capital injection into their businesses, we are assured that this money will not be externalized and it will remain in the country. And these young people that are empowered with resources will then employ fellow youths or employ other Zambians, and the resources will then just be used within our country. However, he is also making a recommendation with the fact that, look, we are not an island. It is always important to partner with people with either knowledge, and then we partner with them. They may be foreigners, but they may be knowledgeable in certain skill sets. And then when we partner with them, our businesses will be able to expand at the rate where we expect them to expand, and we'll grow a profit out of it. So partnerships should be encouraged. But a 50-50 partnership is the most recommended one, where Zambians also have a say into some of these companies. We have observed a trend where most of these foreigners that are owning or running some of these companies here in Zambia, they are only coming to abuse Zambians. But now when we have a situation where a Zambian has